My theme tonight is once again the boys stay ahead of the tipping point. First and foremost, special prayers for all the people who have been impacted and are digging out from the storm. And let's all, in addition to giving and sending our prayers, pitch in to help people we know who've been impacted or lost power, lost property, lost their businesses. This can be a very traumatic and devastating thing to happen to many, many people. So that I really do hope each one of us will do what we can do. And welcome to the Solari Report. I'm Catherine Austin Fitz, and I'm delighted you could join me this evening. It's important to understand that as a financial matter, the markets were down for 4 straight days. Of course, they're usually closed on the weekend. And so they were down Monday and Tuesday. The last time the stock exchange was closed for 2 consecutive trading days was in the blizzard of 1988. This one didn't just close the stock exchanges, it closed the U.S. bond market, including the Treasury market, including stopping clearance and trading of U.S. dollar-denominated government securities in Tokyo, London, and around the world. So that makes Hurricane Sandy quite a major financial event. Why is it important? Emergency status that happens when you have this kind of hurricane can give the Treasury and government agencies the power to spend and buy in mortgage securities or assets. In essence, it opens the purse strings on a highly non-accountable basis and a basis where the bill can just be put to the Congress. It doesn't really have to go through the normal appropriation and transparency process. So that's one thing. You're looking, in any emergency status, you're looking at an opening of the Treasury in a non-accountable way or the potential thereof. The second thing is that closing the stock exchanges and the bond markets, including having 4 straight days with nobody around, gives you the ability to effect a whole series of literally hundreds of billions of transactions, and that could be used to do sort of an infinite number of things, but including covering naked shorts in the stock market, clearing maturing bonds, including fraudulent positions, which I suspect the Treasury market has more than its fair share of, and as well add resources to the Exchange Stabilization Fund. If you don't know what the Exchange Stabilization Fund is, you might want to educate yourself. It's a fund run for the Treasury, for the Secretary of the Treasury, by the New York Fed, but really by the New York Fed member banks as agent, and it's the mother of all slush funds with wide latitude to intervene in the markets. One of the reasons I'm such a believer in the slow burn is I've had more than several occasions to see how the system is managed, and oftentimes you'll see tension build up in the financial markets, in politics, and as that tension gets stronger and stronger, you think, well, things are really going to open up. We're going to see some real accountability. We're going to see some real transparency. And then all of a sudden something happens and the game shifts again. And it's like every time we're about to hit a tipping point, the people who manage the system shifted in a strong enough way so they stay in control. And the slow burn looks stronger than ever. And finally, never underestimate the power of the local share. It looks to me like a big chunk of change has gone to the governors to play along. And if there's problems with the economy, everybody can say, oh, well, it was the hurricane. There's no way to know what has really happened here, but my hunch is that whatever happened, it's going to be something that was very effective at shoring up the integrity of the Treasury and the New York Fed balance sheet. But what we've probably seen is a clear demonstration of the power of the system to protect itself and to protect the balance sheet integrity of the U.S. Treasury and the New York Fed.